Meno, by the way, it means be still, stay put, and don't quit. And Meno is the word that you find in John 15, where Jesus says, if you abide in me, if you Meno in me, and if my word abides in you, ask me for whatever you wish and I'll do it for you. Almost like he's saying, if those two things are happening, I dare you to try and ask me for anything that I don't already want to do for you. That's kind of the space that we're wanting to create. When a person comes into this place, they are encouraged to stay put, be still, and to not quit.
Our goal here is to help men come out of recovery and dependency on substances who are broken and have burned all their bridges into a place where they can come to know Jesus and restore families. Here's the broadcast vision for this, is that you see men living in this house 200 feet from this mill, and they live here for a year and they come out of addiction and they're freed from that, and they come here and they joyfully work and they're creating things with their hands. I remember coming out here and they had bought a sawmill, what you see behind me, the blue mill.
The way Meno is set up, the mill is meant to provide the money needed to operate the Meno nonprofit. We do that by milling logs into lumber that we sell to the public. It's a product that people need and people want. It's going to provide a meaningful work opportunity that'll physically put some stress and duress on our guys that come into our program. So when a man comes into Meno, we're asking that man to commit a year of his life to being a part of this community. The first 3 months, we ask that man just to be here and just learn what it's like to be a part of the Meno culture. A person would expect to share a bedroom, be doing group devotion daily. They would share chore responsibilities, sitting down and sharing meals together. Part of the program is just learning how to live everyday life. We ask for the first 3 to 6 months that they work at the mill. While there's no charge for a resident when they come into Meno, they do have the opportunity to contribute with their labor and their sweat equity. A lot of work that's done here at the mill, it's repetitive, it's physically demanding, it requires paying attention, it requires being a part of a team. Every quarter there's an evaluation. After that 6-month period, we would help them find work while they continue to live in community here. And then after a year, we'd help them transition where they live.
And reinsert them back in their community so they can build families, support their wives, build up strong children. So when you say we have a men's recovery ministry, we actually have a family recovery ministry.
Well, being a part of Meno and being a part of this community, you don't have to have a relationship with Jesus. However, you do have to be willing to hear a lot about what it looks like to have a relationship with Jesus. And our hope is that as a result of being here, you would see something compelling. Then we get to practice together what it looks like to follow Jesus together, helping one another do that well. And so it's built in accountability, which is not just protection from doing bad things, but also encouragement to do the right things. From the very beginning, Meno decided we don't want the environment to be like a dorm setting or a barracks. We want it to be a family. What that means is our residential side of Meno looks like a 3-bedroom house. Through the generosity of our partners, we raised $50,000. We then broke ground in August. So the $50,000 got the house framed. Since then, we've been paying as we go. As far as the way Meno is run financially, the mill provides approximately 70% of the money needed to buy food, utilities, transportation, and all the things involved in having a residential community flourish and thrive. And then there's a 30% more that's going to need to come in through interested partners who come alongside financially, donating on a consistent and regular basis. It's unique, I feel, in that you're donating to something that actually is paying a large portion of its own way and investing its own skin in the game. And you're coming alongside and supplementing what's already being generated. To me, that's a win-win. We have a relationship with Bear Creek State Park. They will buy our bundled firewood that they then sell to their campers. That relationship works as long as we have volunteers come in and help us bundle the firewood. There's always things to do on the house. There's been a crew that's invested extreme amounts of time and energy into building the house. It's not just reaching guys in this area. We're in Central Virginia, an hour or two away from every part of Virginia, reaching those that are all over the state.
Our goal is to equip men with the gospel and also a reality that they can build things from a life where they've experienced everything burnt up around them. And so we want redemption and hope that they can actually do things. So that's what's so exciting to me about this.
It's a very Jesus-centered, gospel-centered atmosphere and culture we want to see grow at Meno. So whether you know Jesus or not, when you come into that atmosphere, you'll be invited over and over and over again to taste and see if this isn't really something good. And when things start to come up in the context of community, we can walk with one another through those things instead of looking to a substance or a process or anything else to escape or medicate the thing. And it's beautiful. When that happens, when that takes place, it's a beautiful thing.